This guy, he stole the show and everyone's hearts. Hello everyone to episode 2 of Kingdom, well, my Kingdom recap episode series going on in my channel. If you guys have missed any of my previous Kingdom videos, I will be linking the playlist on the description box below so you guys could catch up on the previous videos that I've already released. So if you're watching this and you're new to my videos, just letting you guys know, I am a huge fan of all the groups competing, so I did watch Road to Kingdom. That show was very hard, but Kingdom is also just as hard because I love all the groups competing. They each have their own unique charms and stuff, so it makes this show a lot stressful. So throughout this video, I will be asking you guys some questions to make this video more interactive, so you guys could be leaving your answers to those questions on the comments below. So with all that being said, let's start this video. Alright, so we gotta talk about the ranking. So iKON was placed 6th. How? I'm trying to really comprehend so hard, and I have nothing against any of the other groups. Stray Kids getting 1st place was so awesome. I love Stray Kids. I love the Boyz. You guys know that very well. I'm not mad at any of the groups whatsoever because, like I said, I genuinely love all of them. But at the same time, I also love iKON, and I loved their performance for Rhythm Ta. It was one of my favorite performances of last week. That performance to me was the performance that I replayed the most out of all the other performances from last week. And obviously I think iKON placing in 6th place affected all the members, but I think it affected Jinhwan the most. I think we saw his reaction on camera. I couldn't believe it, and I kept myself from every single spoiler prior to watching this episode. I almost forgot to mention, but the whole set budget situation thing going on, I'm pretty sure we all agree on the same thing with the whole set situation. So here's the thing with these reality survival shows, we have no idea what happens behind the scenes. So I don't know if this is some sort of way to either add more drama to the show, most likely because it'll get views, I totally get it, or maybe it's a way to get the fans rallied up so the fans could be more interactive. I mean, and as an audience member, all we get is what they want us to see. I mean, it's the truth. That's how it is for any TV show or anything that we can't see in person. You know, anything can be edited. We don't know the motive or the intentions behind certain companies or anything that goes on behind the scenes. We don't know, and all we see is what they want us to see. Or maybe that is how the show really is, or maybe something else has happened. We don't know. We don't know. As an audience, all we can do is vote, stream, do our best. You know, it is what it is. So I don't know how you guys watch the show. I don't know if you guys watch the performances first on YouTube and then you watch the episode. I watch the episodes on Viki, but usually what I do, I keep myself from every other commentary, every spoiler. I try not to go on Twitter to see what people have been saying. I don't want my first thoughts of a performance to be influenced by anyone else's thoughts and opinions and things like that until after I watch the performance myself and make my own opinion on it. So usually I'll go on the Mnet YouTube channel and I'll watch the full performance clip. I make my own opinions on it. I make sure that I just watch all of the performances regardless of order. Order doesn't matter to me. I just watch whatever I see, and I make sure to watch all the performances, and then I go ahead and watch the Kingdom episode, and then I have a better understanding of what happened behind the scenes and things like that, and then I'm able to see the other members' reactions, etc., etc., and at that point I already have my own opinion on the performance, and then of course I take into account what happened behind the scenes and throughout the episode. So my first question for you guys in this video is, do you guys watch the performance first and then the episode, or do you guys watch the episode along with the performance? You guys could let me know on the comments below. Okay, so the first group that was gonna compete in this episode is the Boyz. So the Boyz had an underwater shoot, and I thought that was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, that part of the episode, it reminded me a little bit of America's Next Top Model when they would have the contestants do different challenges. So for the record, I haven't seen America's Next Top Model since like I was a kid, so I don't know how the show is now or anything, but just that little segment of the Boyz trying to take pictures underwater, it kind of reminded me of that. So the part when Sunwoo, he was scared to go underwater, that just kind of broke my heart. And then when Younghoon was like, I got you, I'll be there for you, my heart. Again, the Boyz, they have such a wonderful bond and such a great teamwork, but the pictures came out great, and it was a really cool segment to see how the whole underwater photo shoot stuff worked. So they performed a remix version of their song No Air. That's one of my favorite songs. So their whole concept, leave it to the boys to have insane theatrics. They put on a show. We know that. Every single week we're gonna be impressed by the boys no matter what. So their whole concept is based on the original novel, A Song of Ice and Fire from Game of Thrones. It portrays a tragic love story between two lovers who represent ice and fire. The performance has much more sorrowful and heart-trending, I've never heard that before. Heart-trending expression than the original song. That is true. The boys had an insane set. How the dancers were styled as well was really cool. And another thing that I thought was also really cool was the fact that they had, I believe, like a female dancer or something, and her hands reached from like the camera, so it looked like we were watching the performance from her point of view in certain parts, and I thought that was really unique. And we kind of saw the boys do something a little bit similar last week when they used the hands on screen. So my jaw dropped, and it stayed like that throughout the entire performance. I was speechless. I was watching the performance and I'm like, how is this real? How is it that the boys just keep impressing us every single week? It happened on Road to Kingdom, and it keeps happening on Kingdom, and I keep saying this, with the boys, expect the unexpected. So another cool part is when Sunwoo, he's holding onto that rope and he's like dangling, but the projector screens, it looks like he's falling. That was really cool. And then Juyeon with that whole screen behind him and the dance and stuff, very unique. And then when Eric did that backflip, again, it's not a boys' performance unless someone flies or throws himself somehow. Overall, their performance was top-notch, breathtaking, exhilarating, and they put on a show. So moving on, so the next segment is iKON. I thought it was really cute how Chanwoo, he called Chani from SF9 to ask what songs they should perform, and I thought that interaction was really cute. And I like how they put the picture with both of them along with Moonbin when they were younger. Super cute. And it's kind of sad when iKON said that they don't have other celebrity friends in the industry. I kind of find that hard to believe, but I think it was still very sweet that Chanwoo reached out to Chani. But when they called Mino and Yoon from Winner, my heart melted. So if you guys have seen any of my previous videos on my channel, then you guys know how I feel about Winner. They're a very special group to me. I love them so much. And seeing Mino and Yoon was just so great. I wish they would have interacted in person. I think that would have been really cool. But anyway, I'm just happy that we were able to see them. And basically they were giving their opinions on which songs iKON should perform and do a remix. iKON came to the consensus that they would perform Love Scenario and Killing Me, two of their very, very popular songs. Alright, so question number 2 for this video. Which song would you like your favorite group that's currently competing to perform a remix version of? Let me know on the comments below. One of my favorite parts of the episode is Chani standing up and cheering when they performed. I thought that was so cute. Hearing that remix version of Love Scenario, and it sounded more like a disco retro type of song, very different from the original version. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever. It took me a while to get used to it because I was just in shock. I was watching the performance, but I'm listening to the song and I'm like, wait, what? But I think it was interesting to see iKON do something so theatrical. It starts with Bobby and the girl, and then the camera turns and then the girl is gone, and the choreography was really cool. The guys had that trench coat and then they did the choreography in the middle. I really loved that part, and having June in the middle was great. But then how they switched to Killing Me was really cool. How Donghyuk, he was on those stairs and then he threw himself to the dancers, and then how they kind of just covered him in a way. I did see a lot of people complaining about the lighting and the camera movements. That is why I believe YG released the dance practice version of it. But anyway, I thought that was really cool and a nice transition. The dance break was definitely epic, and the fire at the end of the performance, it was really cool, and it was an awesome way to end the performance. Their performance was very different. It wasn't what I was expecting, again, because I haven't seen iKON perform something so musical-esque, but I think they did a really great job nonetheless. Next up, the group that brightens everyone's day. They are the human version of sunshine and happiness, and that is BTOB. So I like that there was a little segment of just a reality show in Eunkwon's apartment or house. Again, leave it to BTOB to brighten up the day. I like that little segment. It was funny. And then how the rest of BTOB, they just joined in his house and to kind of discuss what they wanted to do next. And they were going over some of their past songs and stuff. And then that got me thinking it would be really cool to see BTOB perform one of their upbeat songs, because so far in this competition show we do see them perform more of their ballads to showcase their vocals, which that is their strength, and I totally love that. But I think in future episodes BTOB will definitely perform an upbeat song, and then they'll surprise everyone, and then they're gonna get everyone dancing, and I can't wait for that because they also have some amazing fun upbeat songs. So yeah. So question number 3 for this video, and this is kind of a juicy question. So if you could pick someone from your favorite group's label that you would like to see them join your favorite group on Kingdom and do a surprise performance, who would it be? Let me know who on the comments below. So BTOB performed their song Missing You, and their whole performance had a lot of Korean elements, from the instruments to their outfits to the choreography. I absolutely loved seeing that incorporated into their whole performance, and also their stage setup was just so beautiful. My goodness, I think out of all the performances, their performance was the most beautiful. I really liked the part when Peniel was rapping and then there's different screens that were moving forward. I thought that was really cool. Kwang and Changsub, their high notes together was amazing. I mean, we know that they could hit amazing high notes. I'm still always super impressed whenever they just hit those high notes, because I don't know how they do it, and it's just amazing. Their harmonies, I don't know, I love it. So I kind of told myself not to talk about Minhyuk so much, just to talk about the group in general, because Minhyuk is my bias. But we gotta talk about Minhyuk, okay? He was definitely BTOB's secret weapon in this episode. This guy, he sang, he rapped, he did sword fighting, he was dancing. This guy, he stole the show and everyone's hearts. When it was his part and he was sword fighting, that was another moment that made my jaw drop. He's my bias for a reason. But again, it was just, overall, BTOB's performance was beautiful. It was epic. It was just a wonderful show. It was a great showstopper for the episode. I think it was just so beautiful. It was art. I think that's one word to describe it. It was definitely art. And I love how Sunghwa was so emotional watching their performance, and then seeing Sunghwa watch them was just like, I don't know, it kind of warmed my heart. So I do know that SF9 had very little screen time. I don't know if that's because they will be performing in the next episode. Maybe because in the next episode they'll have a longer segment showing more behind the scenes of their performances and commentary and things like that. So maybe that's why Mnet might be trying to balance screen times. They might not have had a lot of screen time this week, but maybe next week it will equal the amount of screen time that some groups had for this episode. I might be wrong, but that is just my prediction, because I'm just trying to be very optimistic. So did you guys answer all 3 questions throughout this video? I will be checking the comments to see how many of you guys answered them. I'm very curious what your answers are, especially for question number 3 and 2. So that basically wraps up my recap video for Kingdom episode 2. So if you guys are new to my channel, hello and welcome. You guys can feel free to subscribe. I post reaction videos on a weekly basis, and I also have a blog where I talk more about comebacks, album reviews, and song reviews. I will link it on the description box below so you guys could check it out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys next time.